Greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Hello, everybody. Here we are. This is Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod. It is 3 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the United States, and we are about to start. I think we're just going to start by doing mundane things, doing the stuff that makes Minecraft. Taking care of the cities and looking at the people, the way the people live and all that kind of stuff. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change my view. I'm going to see what time of day it is. It is 3:40 in the night in their world. Very similar timing. And I'm going to take advantage of my mermaid powers and swim through the air over to the balloon platform, which is close to Riley's station. Riley is the peace druid at the station. She is also the combat nurse who backs up Marilyn, the doctor, if Marilyn is not feeling well. We're going to go to sleep. We made it. We're just taking a nap because it's just before sunrise. And now it is daytime. So it was like an hour and a half nap we just took for it to get to daytime. And apparently Riley is up already. We have a couple of courier positions here. Linda is here, and I think this is Princeton back here. Yes, it is. And they are now level 4s. They are level 4s. These are level 4 buildings. And yeah, courier buildings. And that's what we're working on. We're working on a lot of level 4 we're going from level 3 to level 4. We have no level 4 housing yet. All the housing is level 3. And we are working on the level 3 buildings before we start doing housing. Now, one of the builders is going to need a lot of smelted stone, which is a brickyard, what a brickyard does. And we don't have a brickyard here. And we were preparing to maybe add a brickyard, and there's a possibility that we might still do that. But I would almost prefer the brick to come from the terracotta stone, the special stones, to come from Arnaaluk. Because this is a resort. And there are some things, oh, that's my light that says that I should take a sip of something. Wow. And I am having juice. And here's Riley, speaking of Riley. And so I think we're just going to check on all the builders for a moment. It's early in the morning. And the builders are going to start asking for things that they need. We're going to start with Cade. We're going to see what Cade's working on. I like to do it this way. I just want to see them. I want to see what they're doing, what they're working on. He's upgrading the hospital.
Okay.
And he's asking for packed mud. And there is a recipe. And some are asking for bottles. The baker is asking for large bottles so that she can make water. There should be bottles, plenty of bottles, but we'll check and see if that's the holdup, that there aren't enough bottles. Because if there aren't, we will get bottles from Arnaaluk when we go there and see what's going on with that. So we can go to the warehouse. Why don't we go over to the warehouse for a minute and see if that's true? That there needs to be bottles. That all the bottles are full of milk. And she needs some bottles for water. Whoops. Almost made it before the door closed. Let us search. Actually, we don't have to. Let's look at the bottles. And sure enough, there aren't any. None at all. Wow. Okay, so we're going to have to bring them back some more bottles. Let's see if there's any milk here. Let's see if there's milk. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Shouldn't that come up? Hold on. Let me look here and see what comes up for milk. Oh, yes, indeed. Wow, there are actually no bottles. So we're going to have to bring a ton of bottles back. Now, sometimes they hold on to bottles. Let me see if Watson is holding on to a bunch of bottles that he could give to, Watson's the chef, that he could give to Morgan, who is the baker. And the baker's in charge of making sure there's enough water. What you doing there? And let's come here and let's look. Let's actually look. And we've got large bottles of water sitting right here, a bunch of them. So why don't we take, who needs the water? Why don't we request a pickup? And that'll solve that problem. So let's request a pickup. And there we go. And a courier will come along and do a pickup in a little bit. Watson must be eating. There he is. He just came back. He probably was eating at Milan's restaurant, dining hall, which is located in the tavern. And he was probably there. And so let's go up to here. This is Leandro. Hi, Leandro. Leandro, I'm going to move this. I'm going to move these two pieces here. I'm going to say that you used them. You can put them back later. And let's look at what he's working on. And he's working on the guard towers. The enchanting tower and the guard tower. And let's look and see what he's asking for. Whoa, cut copper. Okay. We'll have to check mangrove again, and we'll check copper again. We should have some cut copper here. We can check and see if, and we can do it right from here. We're going to come down here to this location right here. This is the Hive. This is one of the entrances to the underground workers. That was Azaria right there. Or, no, that's Azaria. That was Zed actually standing. No, that wasn't Zed.
Oh,
maybe that was Simeon standing there. I want to go back and see who that was. And this is Claire. And we're going to look and see if Claire, she's got a couple of things, needs some lessons. Nope. She knows how to make, but it doesn't say here cut. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So maybe it's the stonemason who needs to do cut copper. Let's come here and look at Azaria for a minute. Teach. And no, black terracotta stairs. I'm going to teach that. It is usually Claire who does cut copper, but it might be that Jed is doing it. The fact that it's missing so completely. See, we have cut copper. And we have oak stuff. We don't have any cut copper. Well, we're not going to see it there. We actually don't have any cut copper here. Let's do it. Let's come here and let's put in cut copper. And there it is. And We're going to teach the recipe, and it's saying no. Interesting. Let's see why it's saying no. Actually, we can't. I don't think it says. Hold on for a second. Hit cut copper. Let me see if I can see anything. It's showing that that's the mechanic, so it would seem like the mechanic would be the one, but apparently not. Let's come here. Let's look at all of his things, and let's teach the recipe here. Teach. Cut copper. Select. And teach. And there it is. So he can make the panel pieces that are being requested. And then let's look at the other thing that was there, the mangrove, and that's Leia. So we can have Leia, the carpenter. We'll see if we gave her the mangrove recipes yet. So we're headed for a door that I can fly out of. And I always say that my mermaid sisters would be appalled that I'm saying fly. It's like, why aren't you swimming? What is wrong with you? Well, neither of those words mean anything to us. And that's actually the thing. So they can be appalled in theory about the use of the word, but wow, you're working late, Macy. Look at her going in after close to sunset. That's pretty interesting. Let's go down to Leia. We just missed her. She's headed home already. But we'll come down here and see if she knows how to make any mangrove stuff. We'll look for mangrove here and see if she has, this is crimson right here, and sure enough, no mangrove. So we're going to go to mangrove, and we're going to have her do the things that she can do. She can make the wood. She can make stripped wood. She can make stairs and slab. But what's she making it out of? Don't we need plank? There it is. Okay. And then fence. Let's do the door. The trap. I know that some of those are used in decorations. And fence and gate, they don't usually ask for those. Maybe a sign. But not the others so much. If they ask specifically, then I'll do that. But other than that, I'm not gonna. Okay. Vincentius. Vincentius. Can I ask you a favor? Am I streaming? I am? Okay. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so that's, we looked at Leandro, and now we're going to look at Brittany, and look and see if there's something Brittany is doing, first of all, and then what she's asking for. So we'll come here. Hello, Britt. She's not here. She's sleeping. It's still nighttime. She is doing guard towers and the Fisher's hut. I think she's actually working on the Fisher's hut, yes. Guard towers don't have shingles. And she still needs brick, extra, and spruce planks. So that should be okay. The copper and a sandstone wall. And brown brick she already has. Cyan wool stairs. We can check with Miles and see if he has a recipe for wool stairs, cyan wool stairs. He has a recipe for some wool. Sorry about that. I had to clear my throat for a moment. Let's see. This is Janet, and this is Miles right here. And let's see if he makes cutter. And there it is. So cyan wool, he can do that. And we definitely know that a Keno can make cyan dye. I'm saying that so positively. Like I know for a fact that he can. Hold on for a second. Let's look at crafting and let's see if we see cyan dye. And there it is right there. For dyeing wool, so he knows how to dye wool. And now, let's see if we have any wool. Wouldn't that be interesting if we had actually run out of wool? We had so much at one point. And that would be curious if we don't have any. So let's come to here and we're just looking. Oh, we still have a bunch, including cyan wool, ready and waiting to go. So every once in a while when it's like this, I feel like I should do the thing. So I think I'm going to do it, if I remember how. Minecolonies. Colony. Request system reset all. So every once in a while they get behind and this starts the request system over for both colonies. So anything I was asking for in Arnaaluk, I'll have to re-ask for. But it's worth it to get them all on the same page. And sometimes the food requests get so out of hand. There's some things that they have done to Minecolonies is trying to adjust those things. It's a new system and so they're still trying to make it even, so that the amounts of food that are needed based on the size of colonies, as they call them, based on the town sizes, works, and based on the warehouse and based on the couriers. So that's something that we can look at. So that was Brittany. That's where we were at. And she was asking for some things. The air conditioner, I just heard the heater come on, the heater pilot come on. So the heater noise is going to come on in a little bit. It's going to sound like it's raining where I am. Okay, and last of all, Troy. So we're going to go to Troy. And look and see what he's asking for. And then we can go to Arnaaluk on the balloon. And work out what's happening. Troy's not working on anything. Oh, all right, so here we go. So let's look here. This is housing, so he's not going to work on that yet. This is a level 4, and there goes the Eric. This is a level 4. So all these fields are level 4s. He's working on fields now. And this one back here is a level 4. And all the makers down here are all level 4s. We have some new fields over here that he was supposed to be working on. And let's see how far he's gotten with these. We flipped this building, and that's why this decoration is sitting away from the wall. But when, here we go. destroy, upgrade the building. But when this is complete, we'll just take that decoration away since it's floating in the air. And down here, this is a level 4. So he did finish working on this one. He just hasn't finished working on this one. So when he's done with that, we're going to have him he'll be done and be ready to do housing, and we're not ready for him to do housing. So we're going to have him work on this cookery down here, even though no one's here yet. And build options, the builder is going to be Troy. Upgrade the building. Now I don't like to do more than 2 projects at a time. You can load them up, but I don't like loading them up much farther than that. And so there's the 2, and that takes care of everybody. So it is sunrise. Why don't we go ahead and take a sunrise balloon, a morning balloon, early bird balloon to the city. Oh wait, should we bring some things back? Let's see if we should. It might be too soon to bring crops back, but we'll check and see. Let's come here. Let us sort. Do we have anything on us? Oh, so one of the things that happens is that the warehouses get full, and the whole point of warehouses getting full and having abundance is that you can sell it. And so at certain points in time, things are sold, and then some things are brought over from Arnaaluk for the use here. And one of the things that we brought over for them to use here is still in the backpack, and that is fire protection. We have firefighters here, and we found 9 fire protection books, and we are going to put them in the stash box for them to put away. And there we go. Another thing that we brought over here, and let's look and see how many potatoes they have right now. P-O-T-A-T. Yeah, they have 12. So they don't really need any more potatoes at this particular moment. We could, I have some potatoes on me, but I think they're supposed to go in the northwest warehouse at Arnaaluk, so we'll leave them for that. You notice I have both of the clipboards down, and we're going to see if we need to have need to bring some things back. We seem to have enough eggs. We have sugar cane, so we can make sugar. And let's look for apples. We don't have any apples, so this is something that we have to get from the same source that Arnaaluk is getting them from. We are a big enough city now that we can make our own trade. The resort can make its own trade agreements. So apples, berries. There are some berries, so we can make muffins, but can't make any apple pies. And I don't think we're doing any pumpkin right now, which is good because we don't have any. And the corn I'm looking at is a low yield right now, so we're not going to worry about taking those back. Let's look at the tomatoes. M-A-T. And yes, so we had brought produce from here back to Arnaaluk recently. But let's look at ores and see if there's something. We're still working on getting enough ore for research. We need a 64, and we're up to 60. Yay! Da, 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 da. It's a shame you can't mix them. You can't mix the ores, and I don't think so. We could do it as an experiment to see, but I don't think so. You want to do the experiment? Let's find these. find the ore and we'll do an experiment and see if we can mix the iron ores, if it will accept the fact that we have enough iron ore to do that. Also, I think that we did some things, and I think before I go, I'm going to check the research for a moment, because I remember that we needed to have stone, and I don't think we have any, but I'll look for a minute. This is another reason for a brickyard here. Let's look for stone. We only have 4, so we need like 64 stone to bring back. And let's look at garlic. What? We don't have any garlic? Whoa, okay. And let's look at onion. Well, it's a wonder anything's getting made. There's no garlic. Okay, so let's add those 2. And wow, our coal is down. We could bring some coal back. They can't process coal, so we have to bring it back with us. And we need some iron blocks. I remember that. COAL. And we don't have any coal. Let's see if we have, that looks like we don't have any coal ore. We don't have any ore right now. Wow. What is Aaron doing? Let's look at Aaron and see what he's waiting for. He's a level 4. It might be that we need some more research. Guys, how did you get down here? How did you get over the... Are you able to climb over? They're able to climb over this. They are able to climb over this part right here. I don't know whether this came down or what, but we're going to bring this up in this area. We're trying to keep them off of the road, off of here. So we'll have to do that. And the ones that are down here, I might be able to lead them all back with some wheat. Let me see if I can. Let's take a piece of wheat and see. I might not be able to, but we'll see if I can. Hello, guys. Hi, you all. No, you can't go inside. Come on, come on. Wait, come on, you. Come on. Come on. Come on. All 3 of you. Come on. Yes, I guess you are hungry. There's no food down here. There's grass. I guess they could have grass. But they want the fun food. And there's no fun food down here. They want what they get when they're... What Macy and Mackenzie give them when they get milked. They get special sweet wheat when they get milked. And so they like to come here and get it. Okay, and there we go. So we can close this door. And I'm sorry, you'll have to wait for Macy and Mackenzie to give it to you. It's like, aww. But now that you're here, you'll get some. So you don't have to worry about that. Most of these are high enough in this area. They can't cross over. So I think we're okay. If I see some others, then I'll bring that one back up. See this one right here coming down? So we'll watch this one and see if there is a way. I don't think there is here. And that's when they keep going up the hill. So we're not keeping them, we're keeping them on the, we're technically not keeping them on the pasture. We're keeping them off the road is what we're doing. So, and there is Aaron, and Aaron actually is asking for something. And he's been asking for it for a while.
Right away.
Oh, there is no oak. I think that means there's no oak. So what is our Marvin doing if
Right away.
I will work on it. What's Marvin doing if there's no oak? There's still a thing where they won't plant trees sometimes. Marvin's in the field. He's got some birch trees that, but let me see if he has some tree. Let's see. Nope, I'm in the wrong balloon. That's the museum. I wanted to go to this balloon right here. Let's come here. Marvin's here at the same time. Ah, and he's busy doing that. Look at all these oaks. Let's plant them. I'm gonna plant them so that we don't have to get oak from Arnaaluk. We can grow oak here. So we're going to plant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see how I can do this. 8, 9, 10, and we'll wait and see. They should grow in. So 10 of these we used. 1, 2, and so we didn't use 6, so we can give him these 6 back. We'll just put them in his chest here. All right. So we'll see about that. In the meantime, we could bring some oak back from Arnaaluk. We could. That might be faster for right now. So let's go. It's nighttime. Let's go to Riley's again, and instead of going to sleep this time, we're going to change into a little mermaid, which means we're going to have hearts. And there is Riley right now, coming to make sure that everything's okay for me to sleep here. Everything's all nice and clean and stuff. She's so sweet. And so let's come here and let's go to the spell. We're going to cast a spell that will make us a survivalist. And there it is. And like magic, I need to get something to drink now. Okay. Oops. There we go. All right, so now I can't use magic to swim, so I'm just going to walk through. The university is still being worked on, and that's why those jungle trees are there. Those are construction trees being used as part of the construction of the university right here, which is where we're coming to. I'm going to close those gates for now, and here we are. Now we turn into a survivalist so that we don't damage. We can't one hit the hut block by accident and make it disappear. So let's go to research and see what we're doing. Let's see what we have here. We have cobble, we have cookies. I don't know that that's enough, but we can check and see if it is. Let's look at civilian and see what we need. Festival. So they're still working on a festival, which having a festival come, and you can see now that there's a tag. There's 2 different ways that you can tell that they're actually still working on it, which is actually nice. I like that. And so that's one thing that's being worked on. This is only a level 3 university. The university needed some things that Cabe couldn't get right away, and so he started working on the hospital. And now he's reached a point with the hospital where there are some things that he needs as well. I don't think there's anything here left of the level 3s that we're going to do. I don't do Night Owl. And we're not using vines here or rail. So I don't want those studied. So level 4 is the next one for these. So let's go to technology. Now this is where we need the iron ore. If we decide we're doing a stonemason, which is this one right here, the brickyard, we needed 64 brick. I didn't look for 64 brick, so I'll have to see. Might have to get brick. Stone brick. Or brick. Oh, brick. Ooh, I did not look for that. Okay. Let's look and see of the 4 of the 3s. These are all 3s down this road here. So we're not going to have a concrete mixer here. We have 3 concrete mixers in Arnaaluk, and we don't need one here. We don't need the gilded hammer. I'm not concerned about that right now. That's crusher recipes. We don't have a crusher here. Knowledge of the depths. That's still the crusher. Know the end. That's stonemasons and bakers. Learn end stone recipes. We might have to do that one, but we will be able to do that one if we unlock the brickyard. We'll be able to do this, except that it needs chorus fruit, but we should be able to get chorus fruit from Arnaaluk. So we'll put that down. Interesting. So that's a change, that the stonemason is included in this know the end. It used to just say bakers know how to make things. Space, the final frontier. Do we want to do this? We would need 16 racks. We can look for racks. We'll look for racks too. So all of these things we can bring back. And then down here we need redstone for this one, and the citizens blocks break speed, which we could use here, and that needs 256, 64, so that's 4 64s of redstone. 4 times 64 redstone. We're going to bring back a lot of stuff. And then we might need some glass. We'll bring back 64 glass. And because we do not have a glass shop here. And the professional assistant, not interested in that right now. Don't really care. Enhanced gatehouse. I know there are lots of people who will want to use that. We can't really do any sea stuff here. Arnaaluk, that's all they are. So we'll let them do those things. And exotic fruits, supposedly we can grow these glowberries in the place, but we have been having trouble with plantations anyway. This is a plantation field. We haven't gotten any of the plantation fields to work. We could maybe trade. That would be interesting. We could trade out one of those fields and see. There are glowberries here. Oh, now that might be an interesting thing to consider. So that's all that we can do. So wait a minute. Where's technology? We're in technology, aren't we? I thought we needed iron for something. Oh, we did it already. We did it already. Yeah, we did. We don't need iron. Okay, good. So this iron can actually go to Arnaaluk, and I'm going to put it in the backpack for a second. Whoops. So that it goes back to Arnaaluk to be processed. We don't have a smelter here, an ore smelter, so we can do that. Fascinating. Fascinating. So that's curious what we need. Racks and chorus fruit. I'm going to check it's sunrise. I'm going to check for a minute and see if we have either of those two things. The redstone. There's Watson leaving his house. He's going to come over here, I think, and come down. Take this elevator down. We see a bunch of people waiting. Going to come down the elevator here. Charlie going up. And let's go to the warehouse and see if we have racks and see if we have chorus fruit. Now, if we don't have any racks here, I'm not going to have them make them unless there aren't any racks at Arnaaluk, which would be pretty wild if there wasn't any. So there's 7. I don't think that's enough. I think the minimum is 16. Let's see if there's any brick. We did bring back brick, and there should be enough now. Let's do this, and let's look for the brick and see if there's enough to make 64. That's not enough for 64, is it? Let's find out. I don't remember. We'll find out in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, isn't it like 1, 2? Yeah, it is. Okay. And that gave us 64. So how much did we need? Did we need 2 64s or 1? Let's get some more brick for a second. Yeah, there is 2 here. Let's get 1 more of these so that we can make 2 64s at least. And see if that's enough. Boink. And there we go. Alright, so we needed 64 brick. And then we needed redstone. Let's look at redstone. Redstone we need 4 stacks of redstone. Let's see how much is here. Here's 1,000, so there's enough here. Excuse me, guys. I know I could get them to collect these for me, but they're busy doing other stuff. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got some glass, but we don't have any. I think we don't have any clear. I think that's what we need. Just the vanilla, plain vanilla glass. Okay, so we have enough of that to do something, and racks was the other thing. And racks was the thing I don't think we have. We didn't have enough racks to do what we wanted to do. Yeah, we only have 7, so we're going to wait on that. But we can look at these 2 and see if we can get this research started. So I think I'm going to go over to Cade's elevator right here and take it up and go across the walkway to the university from here. So there's 2 ways up to this level where the universities are. And I'm upstairs in Cade's place. Hold on for a second. What do you... You're still asking?
It's a fine day.
Now, why aren't you getting a white bed? I will work on that. That's interesting that you're not getting a white bed. We might have been getting them from Arnaaluk, that they had a surplus is the correct word. A surplus of white beds, and so that's why we weren't making them here. We can check and see. So let's come here and let's go to research. Let's go to technology and let's look. And I made a mistake. So we needed just plain brick. So let me come here. We needed 64 brick. So let me come here and let's use let's come to here and use this. And we're going to take these apart. I think they'll take apart. No, we can't take them apart like that. See if we can take them apart like this. Nope, we can't take them apart like that. So we can't take them apart. Okay. So we'll have to go and get, we've made a boo-boo. Yeah. So since we're here, let's do the redstone at least. We definitely have the redstone that we need. And the warehouse needs how many? 3? Is that saying 3? It is saying 3 racks. There are 3 racks there. Okay. So we'll just find the redstone stuff that we needed the redstone for. So we're down to this area. We're down at the bottom. So let's come up here and look, and there it is, right here. Redstone powered. And we have 256. And there we go. So now they're doing research, the redstone research, and we only need 3 racks for the other, and I think that is all. See, they're still working on festival, and that's all that we want to be concerned with. Okay, so the rest of it is mostly I forgot the brick. And the brick is one of the things that I did want to see just in case we decide. I think we are going to put in the brickyard down there because we have room for it at the waterfront. It'll make a difference in the way that area looks. And we intend to have a pottery shop right here. So the brickyard is actually going to be to make pottery. It's going to be a pottery shop. This is the pottery shop coming up right here. This is up too high, and I'm going to take that down later. Let's go back and let's just go ahead and get the brick that we need. And then we'll go all the way back to the university. Yeah, I know we can ask for it. but they're busy. So what I can do is get them to put away this brick that I don't need, and that will help me immensely. So I'll get them to put away the brick. Let's take 2 of these just in case, and put these 2 right in here, and they'll put that away. See? Put it away right away. And we'll do the same thing that we did. We'll go to Cade's. And we don't seem to be going to take anything back right now. Except for, what did we put in our backpack to take? The ore, the iron ore, so we'll take that back. But that's the only thing that we need to take back. And we're upstairs in his place again. We need to be here. I'm just riding the elevator all the way up to the top. Yeah, see? This is natural. The glowberries are natural here. So if we had a glowberry farm here, that would be a curious thing to see if it would work. That actually would, before I go back. We have plenty of time to check on that. So now we're here, and let's look at technology, and we need this. And there it is. All right, so now they have all 3 that they're working on. And let's put this in here. I don't think there's anything that we can use in any of this. We might have a request to pick up and get all that stuff back into the warehouse for now. Until we have a level 4 university, which we don't have yet. We have some things to do. We don't have street lights. We still have lanterns pretty much in this area. And we'll begin to start putting street lights, making these into street lights soon. But right now we're going to go back to Riley's, and we're going to turn back into a Little Mermaid so that we can see about putting in a special field. However, if we put in this field, they won't be able to do anything with it. What if we have to put in the field? What if it doesn't work unless we put in the field after we do the research? Grrr. Let's go back. Because something's going on why the fields, I don't understand. I think they don't either. I think this is an ongoing problem with the plantations right now. And they are on a new server that just got started. So when they begin to need the plantations to do things, when their people who are on the server, the Patreon server, begin to need plantations and they're not working properly, then this will be the second time, the Christmas one, the one before the Christmas one, and now this one. That could mean that it is actually some kind of mod interaction, that some mod is stepping on the plantation. I thought that they maybe stamped the plantation down because they were doing some kind of special games or something like that. And the plantation's where you get sugar and where you get paper. And so I was wondering if maybe, paper for books, paper for enchantments and things like that. And I was wondering if maybe they they closed it up so that it would be more difficult to get enchantments, because it's outrageous how small the amount is that you're getting from sugar farms in comparison to regular farms. Regular farms yield 10 times what sugar farms yield right now. And so that's why I think that this is my story. I have no actual verification of this. This is my story. This is my song. Let's come here and let's look at research, and let's go to, I just want to see how many glowberries we need in order to study that. And it says 32 glowberries. Okay. So we can't study it yet anyway, but we'll keep that in mind that we need 32 glowberries. Now eventually at a level 5, I think, there is a request box up here. So we could request the glowberries to be delivered. And try that out. This is the natural home for them. They're growing here. This is the way this place looked. We did not put this up, put these glowberries here. This is an overgrowth forest, which is made of birch and dark oak and glowberries. Glowberries among the flowers and vines that are growing here. So now we can go down to Riley's and turn into a magical creature, turn back into a mob, and we can go and we can look at those fields later. Do we? No, we don't have to. Let's just go ahead and go to, let's take a red eye and go to Arnaaluk. And if we need to turn back into a magical creature, a mob, we can turn back into one there. What do we have on me? We're not taking anything, are we? Oh yeah, we're taking some ore. Do I have it on me? Or do I have it in the backpack? Why don't we take it out of the backpack? Just the ore. We'll just put the ore into the luggage rack. And now we're ready to get on the balloon and head back. And we will, oh, that's how we could do it too if we wanted to. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop. Hi. Hi. I'm going to stop at the biome border. I'm not on A. So this balloon isn't making a non-stop to Arnaaluk. It's actually going to stop at the biome border. And so we're going to put up the maps right now and look. And there it is, the biome border Riverport. We're going to have the balloon stop there first. And here we are. So you can see the balloon landing as the everything, all the trees appear. When we can see all the trees in this area, we'll know that the balloon is landed. And I think we're good to go. So we come down, up, wrong side. Come down here. And I'm not going to take the luggage out of here because I want to, wait, is there no luggage here? Ooh, I might have to fix that. Or is it backwards? Is that why I wanted to go down that way? Did we actually put it? No. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's something that I'll have to, should I fix it now? I'll have to look at one of the others and see how I did that. I will. I wonder if these aren't here on the other ones. Oh well, I'm actually glad I stopped here so that I could see that. We're going to come down the stairs here. There's a sled with some sled dogs. It's getting ready. That's a passenger sled, actually, getting ready to leave. And we're going to come here. They must be waiting for the boat, the river boat, to come in. And we're just going to go to sleep right here. But before we do, let's change into a magical creature. Change into a mob. And now I am a full mermaid from Tana, the nation of mermaids, with that spell. I'm not a little mermaid. Mooning over land, people. Okie dokie. And now we're going to come up and get back. Uh-oh. There's one of the pups. Let's come over, and the cargo ship is here. I wanted to have breakfast. There's breakfast being served right here, and coffee. Gonna have breakfast and coffee here. And this is a waiting area. The weather's a little milder here at this way. And we'll look at the other balloons and see how the luggage rack. See the chairs here? There are less chairs. So we'll look at that too and see how the chairs are set up in the other one, in the other two balloons. I think we're going to have to make this balloon match. So now we're going to it's early morning. We're going to take the balloon to Arnaaluk. And here we are, and teleport. And so now we are landing. You can see the glaciers coming into view. There's some glaciers back there. There we go. I think there's one more set. And there we are. So we're on the ground. And the driver's already been down. And sure enough, okay, so we need a piece here on both sides, probably to match, and then let's look at the seating. So we changed the seating in this to be side seating so we could get more people seated. I see. Oh, very interesting. Okay, should we go back and do it? Yeah, let's do that. Let's get a luggage rack right here. And we'll take that back with us. Let's make sure I have it. I do. And the rest we can get from there. Let's go back to the biome border and fix that. And here we are, and the balloon is landing. I'll just wait for the balloon to land completely. Almost there. Looking at those trees in the far distance. There we go. So we've landed, and so let's fix this now. So we're going to look at this, and nope. Take that away and put chairs here, sitting this way. I don't have the black chair for the driver to sit on. I just realized I don't have that chair, so we'll have to look at that later. All right, and then down here, oh, I have these in my hand. Let's take and close this for a second. No. No. There we go. And we need one of these. And let's remove that. And we can put in the ender right there. I don't remember that looking like that on the other ones. So I'll have to check. Maybe I can't see it when this is here. Let's put this in front. Not that way. Put it from here. Can I put it from here? Yes, I can. That's why I couldn't see it. There we go. All right, and on the other side, we need one as well, just to match. Here we are. Okay, could make it the luggage rack too. We could. Let's put in a chest. I don't know that the others are. I could change that out for them as well. There we go. So that's luggage. And now we can let these things go back into the library that I'm using. And there we are. All right. So let's go back to Arnaaluk. We can bring a chair, a black chair for them to sit on the next time. Because I don't think we're going to find one here, and we'd have to make one specially. So here we go. So we're going to look at the book again, come here, and go to Arnaaluk's balloon. And it is landing once again. Yay! Troy finished working in Pitti Hamaalakut in the resort. He's finished on the field. And he's going to start working on the chef's kitchen. That's there. All right. So we've landed, and this is the piece that we need. And let's look here. We need this. So I'm just going to put this. I've got those two. Let's put this in the backpack, so that I remember that I need that. And we'll look at some of the other things. These are things that are needed on the clipboard, and they're a reminder, and these belong in one of the warehouses, the Northwest warehouse, those potatoes. And we'll take them there and put them back. And we took the iron out already, right? No, we did not. Okay, there we go. So now we can leave that open. And were we thinking that we were going to put in another one here? We could put in a chest here. We could. Let's do that. We go to the warehouse, we can do something. If we have too many chests, we can get that. It is difficult to get the chest from here. Let me see what this one's attached to. This one's attached to this side. And this one's attached here too. So, so that we don't, oops, it's raining. Oh, let's close this. Let's run inside. Let's go down into the city since it's raining on the surface. It's definitely not raining in the city. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to put the chest back in the library. And here she is.
Need
Hi.
something?
Yes, I need another ticket, please. Let's see if she's going to give one to me. I do need another ticket. And she is. Yay! Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. That's Elaine, who is the ticket master at the travel center. And we'll come over here, and we're going to give the ore. We're going to put the ore in this stash box, but the potatoes I'm going to take back to a stash box in the northwest area because I want them in that warehouse. I don't want them to end up in the main warehouse. We're trying to get, we had something like 70,000 potatoes, 70,000 potatoes. So we've been trying to sell some off, and but we don't want to sell all of them off, and we wanted to have some in this warehouse back here, just to make sure that we didn't sell them all away. So I'm just going to go ahead and put them on the shelf. We're going to take them out of here. This one is for Arnaaluk, this clipboard, and this clipboard is for Pitti Hamaalakut. And before I get in doing a lot of stuff, I want to, I might as well put it in the stash box and let them put it away. There's more. This will be fine. Can go into the stash box.
That's some nasty weather right there.
Yes, nasty weather. Okay. And in this area, we don't have a request. We should have a post box here. I would like to put, unless we have one on the outside here. Nope, we no longer have one there. So we could put in a post box here to be used. And why don't we do that? Let's come down, and there it is. And there we go. And there we are. Okay. So we'll put that back in the library. So this is the logistics center for the Northwest warehouse. Evelyn is the main, she is the lead courier. She's actually counselor courier, so she's counselor for the couriers. She sits on the council for all the couriers. We have a member of all the workers sitting on the council. We have more than one of all the workers except the crusher and the sifter. Calvin and Raquel sit on the council themselves, but all the other workers have a representative sit on the council for them. And we're going to go to the Trees Hotel for a minute and request. I'm going to do the request from the Trees Hotel so that on my way to the balloon I can get the merchandise that I need. So let's come here, and this is June, the hotel manager. And remember, we stopped everything from working because we reset the request system. So now I'm going to come here and look for the things that I need. I should have looked to see racks. I'm going to get CK. I'm going to get 64. And they have to be made. So we'll let them. Remember, that reminds me that we need oak. So we're going to get oak. Log, we're going to, just to hold them over for right now, we're going to get 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there should be enough here. It's being delivered. See, all of them, it says it's being delivered. And then glowberries. Let's see if there's any glowberries here. Let's get 64. Glowberries, Glow. I know I do that every once in a while. 64, and see if we have any. We might not. But we do. So, and it's going to be delivered, and we'll take it back we had the redstone. Glass is something we could use some of. So I don't want, I just want probably 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And garlic, oh my gosh. Garlic, we need 9, and we don't have enough room here. For 9 garlic and 2 sets, and the bottles, we don't have enough room. So we'll get the other stuff from a different stash box, a different post request. Now, do we want to take a taxi? Why don't we go ahead and take a taxi to the second makers area and use that request box, and then we can, so here we are on the taxi, sitting in a taxi, and we're at the Trees Hotel taxi, and we're going to the second makers taxi stand, and we just got here. And so it's a lovely trip whenever we use a taxi, and it's the kind of trip where either you read a book or you knit or you fall asleep. And so yeah, let's look at garlic, and let's do 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you see what I see? That looks like there isn't any garlic. Wow. Hold on for a second. Let's come here and let's look at something. Let's come here and let's do garlic. And there's none. Ooh, this isn't good. Something's going on with the farms. Let's come through here. I know we use a lot of garlic, and so we need a lot of garlic fields growing. And just checking, this is the carpenter. This is the third carpenter right here. We're growing beets here, and upstairs we're growing mint. So that's what's growing in this house. This is Patrick. And he's also helping grow durum, because if I'm not mistaken, that's all that's being grown here. Yes. So this is durum fields all the way, and it must be in order to keep up. So we have those fields, and then let's go through to the rest of the farms, which are down in this area. This is all the farm district, and this is the farm rail. This is the farm corridor, and it is a long enough corridor that we do have rail running through the corridor. And we're headed towards the produce farmers that are back here. I forgot about Daniela. We're growing potatoes back here and carrots. Now the potato fields are turned off for right now. I'm going to actually change this field and make it pumpkins. Pumpkin, because we don't have any at all right now, and we should have pumpkin for pumpkin pie. Pumpkin is good for you. And so we're going to pick a seed, and we're going to pick pumpkin. There's melon, and there's pumpkin seeds, and there we go. So no one's working this field at the moment. Let's have Zane work the field. So fields, this is pumpkin, and we'll add this to Zane's fields. He's just doing carrots right now. And so is she. She's doing carrot fields. And are we doing both carrot fields? Yeah. That's all the carrot there is here. And now we have a pumpkin field. which isn't showing. Interesting. And second carrot field. Okay. I'm looking at Ariana and I'm thinking, Ariana, what are you going to do there? Because there is a way through here. Oh, there isn't. Ariana, are you going to... No, you're just checking. I feel like I should put some windows here because she keeps coming here and looking. Coming to this area and looking. Ariana, you can't come through here. Yeah, I see that hallway there, but I don't think you can come through. Let's look here. And there's nothing here. Let me go out. I want to see something about this hallway that she keeps trying to use. We have an airlock down right here, and we'll take this airlock out. And here we are. And my abilities as a mob, as a mermaid, allow me to breathe underwater and to do those things. So we just use the airlock right here. And this is sitting on ground? It is sitting on ground, so it doesn't matter that it has the cobble on there. We're back here. And we were in this place, and she's looking like she wants to cross over somewhere here. She could see this field right here. See this right here? We could do it. We could make a walkthrough right through this piece right here. And this is... that would be an interesting way to go through. Let's clear this for a moment. Now I need to see how this looks on the inside now. I know, but it'll be easier to do it from the inside actually. So we'll go back in and look at it now that I've seen where it's going. That there is a place for it to go there. And we'll run down. We did that with another field where it has a place, since they like to keep going to certain places. So this is where she keeps coming over to here because she's trying to get over there. And right here, this. See this right here? 1, 2, 3. It's perfect. So, and there's another one. There's river. So let's come here. Let's get a build tool. Let's come here and let's touch an underwater base. Excellent. Infrastructure. Corridors, glass, segment, level 3. Now I put these in myself. They don't put these in. Let's raise this up. And let's find it first of all. Let me make sure I need to raise it up high enough that I can see the floor. And there's the floor right there. So we're looking at the floor piece. And now it is inside. Let's put it over this much, so that it is outside of the wall here. Right here. And it is not even. So let's bring it this way. So now there's a piece there. Okay, so let's bring it back out so I can see the walkway piece. I need that to be in the center. And here we go. And it is constructed on the outside. Now there's going to be water, so I need a sponge. Let's X. Let's get a sponge from my backpack. Here we go. I got the sponge still. And let's get a pickaxe from here to cut through the concrete. And let's cut through at this level using the sponge. There, so that water, see the water in there? We need to get the water out. Okay, so we've got some portion of the water gone. And look at this. And here we are. So this is the walkway so far. But you can see that the walkway is not going the full length. So we'll do something about that right now. Now we have research done in all the places, in both Pitti Hamaalakut and in Arnaaluk, so that they can't trample the fields. And so we don't have to worry about that. And here it is. So how many pieces is it? It's only 3. So why don't we just go ahead and make it? I think that's what we're going to do here. So let's begin with this piece right here. We have to have this part to match. So we'll bring this piece over and then on both sides. And that's the matching piece there. And we don't need it here. This is fine right here. And it's not leaking actually, which is interesting. And then we need a piece here. And we need a piece here, okay? And now we need gray and white. Let's take the gray and the white. Ground and uh-oh, water. Oh no, the fields. Oh no, did we lose some plants? I hope not. We still have water? Where's this water coming from? Ah! Hold on, let's quickly put the glass in. 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Okay. There's the glass for that, and let's quickly get this. It's at least not reaching the plants yet. Glass, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that one's gone. And then over here, there we go. And there we are. So we now have a new walkway. Comes through here and goes to the field. I don't know that I want it to go all the way like that. Let's do that. And this should in fact be green. It should be green like this. So we'll put the green in. We'll have to get green light from one of the other hallways. And we can open this. It doesn't pay to not to ignore the fact that they want to use certain ways because they just get stuck. You might as well go ahead and give them their way. Let them have their way. So this is going to be moved back to here. And we can make this a green one. We just need to go and get a green one. And have the green come to here. And be here. So let's go get green. And we have red. But I think we're going to do gray here. And red here. And then we just need a green. And we should have some green ones. I see a green one at the end of this corridor here. These are greens. This is the green that we need. In the wall, we can also use on the floor. So in this hallway, we can have that green, and right here, we'll have it green here. Let's have the gray come this way, and have the green come this way. So I remember that there's that walk. What's leaking? Aha. So here, this is supposed to be this. Put that in to keep it from leaking. And technically above it is not supposed to be this. Hold on. We're using those greens. Hold on for a second. Let's get light. No, we need to go to simply light. And let's get the lime green ones. For this, I need this. So let's remove this and take these and make them a full block of this. And then take this and put here. Now it won't leak, and that's fine with that part. This part isn't leaking, which is nice. And I think I'll just leave it like that. All right. So they wanted to come this way, and now they can. This means that this hallway goes to, the hallway going this way goes somewhere. The hallway going this way does not. And we actually need this to be red so that there's no, this is an airlock. So if they want to get back to the city from here, they have to go this way. That's what those markings mean. Hi. That's what those markings mean. And this is the Oaks apartment building that we just walked through. Couriers live in this area. And, oh, okay, that's my light telling me that I need to drink something. So we just added a new hallway here to help the druids travel. I'm just drinking juice. And now I'm going to take all of these things that I've used, put them back into my library here, except for these two pieces, which need to go here. Bring these three down, and put these away, and put the builder tool back. Let's put the sponge back in my backpack, and let's put these back in the library right here. And there we have it. So who is this? This is Carrots, yes. So this is Elsa and Zane, and they're now growing pumpkins. They're going to grow pumpkins in this area. Do we have any pumpkin seeds for them to grow? That's a good question. We're going to find out if they got any pumpkin seeds. I see beetroot. Did we get rid of all the pumpkin seeds? We'll have to check. And then here, we're still looking. So we're growing it. Are they doing anything with it? Are they harvesting it? See, I don't have any fields. See, I can't do anything. Manual, automatic. I can't do anything with fields. It says 0 of 4 fields in use. So now they're completely broken. These are the old ones that actually worked before. These were still working, and they're not working anymore. So of course nothing's been done. And Nova and Bentley and two other farmers, sugar farmers, are not working, and that's why there's all the sugar stacked up here. He's not working either. I don't have anything that says that I can assign them to a field. There's nothing to assign them to a field. And it says they're not working. So if they were supposed to be taking away field assignments for sugar farmers so that they just automatically worked all the fields, that's not happening. And so for the time being, we have to sell things, sell surplus in order to get sugar for both Arnaaluk and Pitti Hamaalakut, because they both have the same problem. We cannot get anything that a sugar farmer, which Minecolonies team calls a plantation. We can't get anything from plantations at this particular time. So, no, your eyes weren't deceiving you. That is a village inside this Minecolonies city. And let's come back to here. I want to check and see if there's any sugar. Good morning, Mr. Villager. How are you? Bom dia. How are you doing? So let's come here and let's look for garlic. And this is where there wasn't any onion. So there's none. So that means that we're going to have to check again and see what's going on with these over here. I'm doing good. Thank you. I'm doing very fine. The air conditioner is making that rain noise right now. But we'll check on it in a minute. Let's see if anybody's doing anything in this area. This is Bentley and Patrick, and I thought I looked at them earlier, and they actually are doing their fields. So we do have things growing here. This is Nola. Nola is helping Daniela and Bentley, and Nola is doing garlic. And let me see how many garlic fields we have and onion fields we have. We might not have enough. We might have to have some more. So there's a garlic field here, onion, and garlic and onion. I don't think all these fields are being worked. So let's come here and look. Garlic and onion field are being worked. And let's go over to Nola again and see if she's doing garlic and onion also. Let's come here to these fields. She's also doing garlic and onion, and we're not keeping up. So this is a change. We were keeping up with this. We had tons. We had tons of garlic and onion, and now we're not keeping up with 2 fields of each. And we'll see. Sweating from the rush. You forgot your coat and phone before school. Oh no. Ooh. Okay. Hello. Hi everyone. Oh no. Okay. And yeah, I guess school has started, hasn't it? I remember you saying at one point that you only had a week left of summer vacation, so school has begun. Yeah. Let's think about this. Because I'm out of onions and out of garlic, and according to these fields, the garlic is ready to be harvested, and the onion is, I think, in the growing stage still. Oh no, it's ready to be harvested. Oh, the garlic's ready to be planted. Okay. All right. So if we come here, one of these fields is empty. This is onion. And there's a garlic field upstairs from here, and it's empty. Oh no, it's not. These are all working. So they're working on those. All right. I'm just a little concerned that I would run out so completely, so quickly. But I had turned them off because we had so much. You left for the coat, came back, you thought about greeting your homies and notice where's your phone, run back home and get back once again, almost fainting. Oh no. Oh no. It's that kind of Monday morning, huh? That is a very strange Monday morning you're happening. So there's Daniela going to her fields. And I'm just going to look for a minute. She's probably going to go and get breakfast. Because I want to watch her, she's going to go and get breakfast first. Let's see. No, she is not. So she is waiting for what? She has a field that needs harvesting. Okay, and now where's she going? And there she goes. So now she's starting. What's she doing? Hold on, let me look at the fields. Let me look at the fields for a minute. Wait, it's not showing me. Shouldn't it show me how much these have grown? I thought it used to when you clicked on them. Is she actually harvesting? She is not. Why are you using this? Hold on a second. Why are you using that? Hold on. Have you actually never gotten upgraded? She has not. Whoa. So now we are going to have to use diamond farm instruments here in order to get better, a better field. Is she still walking around here? Let me get her for a second. And let's go to inventory and let's take this away. This isn't working. That's not good. She's going to have to order another one. What did I do with it? Yeah, I took it. Okay. What did you just get? It looks like she has one in her hand. Did she have any here? She does. Let me take these away. 1, 2. How is it that she's still using that? No wonder. Let's get, look at this. Hello, courier. Let's have request pickup. And get some of that garlic back into the warehouse. All right, let's look at Nola and see if she has the same problem. How many people are using archaic tools? No, she's using diamond.
So what will it be for you?
And she has them. And she also has some on her. Let me see what is happening. Okay, let's request pickup of those. Unable to comply. A pickup is already in progress. I'm going to look at Bentley. I have to look at them all now. He's using iron. Let's make that go away. Let's add diamond. Because... Nope, that only did one. X. Let's add diamond. And we want 3. Not 23. 3. And let's do... Nope, not that. This. Yes. Okay. You hear you like... You're like a robot. You run like a robot. My morning is doing better. My morning's doing okay. My morning started earlier than usual. I was actually surprised that I was awake earlier than usual. Let's look here. And this is diamond as well. Okay, good. It's an odd oversight. Poor Nola and poor Daniela, they must feel like stepchildren that they didn't have the latest and greatest farm equipment. So let's come back here and let's make sure that Elsa and Zane aren't having the same problem. And then we'll check on Quentin. And we'll see. Elsa just went to get something. And yep, she's got diamond. What a curious oversight. And Zane. And he has diamond too. Okay, and we'll look at Quentin, and that'll be all the farms. You can come through here. And then check Quentin. Quentin grows wheat for the cows, the sheep, and the chickens, the wheat seeds for chickens. And he is growing right here. So we'll check on him. And I don't think he's growing anything right now. No, it says he is. It says he absolutely is growing. And let's look at his tools. And he has diamond too. So that's such a shame. Daniela and Nola. Wow. They should have complained to Bentley. Bentley's the counselor, the farmer who sits on the council for them. Bentley is. He's the first farmer. And they should have complained to him that they were still using wood, it looked like, or stone. Something ridiculous. But that takes care of everyone now. Everyone's now on the diamond standard. And I'm just going to check Nola for a second right here and make sure it's 3. And it is. And Daniela, and make sure that's 3. And mind making a deal about the next colony? Can we assist in urban planning? And what do you mean by that? Are you saying something about my urban planning? Sure enough, she only has 1. Let's add 3. That's what I wanted to check. And see, diamond. Why are you saying that, Mr. Villager? I might say yes, but I want to hear what you're talking about. Why you feel that way. You want to test your architectural and urban planning abilities. Okay, sure. I like that. Absolutely. As soon as we have a new update, we will do that. And when I say update, I don't mean the little updates that they do, all the time to 21. I mean when we go to a number beyond 21, which is probably going to be 22. At the rate things are going, that we're not going to go to the ones in between. Minecolonies, they've talked about it. And I've just missed some of them. So Bentley, you're taking a break from growing. Okay. All right, now let's go and see if there's any garlic in the warehouse. And if there is, we might not be able to take it. We maybe only be able to take a stack because they didn't have any garlic either here. So we might only be able to take one stack of garlic and one stack of onions. Garlic. Yay, now we have some onions. Oh, but not that much. We have more onions than we do garlic. Let's go look for it. We'll take one stack to take back to Arnaaluk, who does not have any at all. And it said there were onions here. Did I press the wrong thing, or am I at the wrong chest? Oh, there we go. Okay. So we're just going to take one of onion. I'm looking at all this. So the sinew, we don't use it yet, but other places use it to make things. And so we're going to sell it off. We're also going to sell off the nautiluses. We have quite a bit of them, and we don't need that many. And so we're going to sell these off as well. District assignments, street planning, logistical improvements, building organization, all adaptive to your and to the citizens' needs and desires. Yeah, that sounds good. Sure, you can have at it. So these peppers are coming from Pitti Hamaalakut, but the cabbage is from here. They shouldn't need any cabbage yet. And beetroot, we could bring some beetroot seeds back to be composted. Remember, we got permission for composting, so we can bring those back to be composted. I'll think about the lanterns, but let's take a portion of this and let's put it in a box here. Now we sent we received a notification that your shipment of durum wheat and your shipment of cobblestone actually was delivered. And wait. I'm taking these to Pitti Hamaalakut. Let's put, and I'm going to take these. This would need repairing. We're going to put the sinew in here and the nautilus shells. So the surplus, we sell off the surplus specifically so that we can purchase things that we don't grow. We can't grow any soy, rice, any chickpeas, any nether peppers. We can't grow those things. So we have to make sure that there is some place that we can buy them from. We have to have something to be able to buy them with. So we're going to use some of that. We also use saddles that are Fletchers when they are not making things for the builders. Repair saddles that come in from the fisheries. They repair them and then we can sell them back. So look how many saddles we have that we can sell off right here. And There's some more of this. We can sell all these saddles, and this will get us rice, it'll get us cocoa, it'll get us all the things that we can't grow right now. And we also sell certain enchanted items back, and there are a few here that we can sell. So back to Taana. Taana removes certain enchantments, so they're paying 3 times the amount for a bow that a regular city would pay. For flame, for punch, for curse. And so we can give them, we can sell these to them, and they will take them all. So let's look. So that's power. This is another curse. Flame. This is good. Look at all these bows that we're going to be able to sell. Excellent. So that's another thing that helps. So we'll take these and put all of this back into crates here. Now there's bows already here waiting to go to Taana, to the Mermaid Nation. And we had put in this honey. Isn't this your honeycomb? Weren't we giving you honeycomb? It didn't get shipped yet. So we'll have to ship the honeycomb. Let's come here. There's nothing here, so we'll put the saddles in. I think that's your honeycomb. So yeah, no, I that would actually be fine. It'll be fun to see the different way that you put things in. I might not agree all the time, and we might have to discuss it. I might decide not to take your advice on some things, but most of the time we work well together, so I'm not concerned about that. I could take these pieces back to Pitti. See this here? What's going on with the ore smelter? What's going on with Daniela? Daniela's the closest ore smelter that we have here. Why is there ore sitting in the... And I wonder if that there's no request for anything smeltable. All the ores are on, so they can smelt everything. So that's not the problem. She has fuel. We don't have a minimum stock set. And then she has the recipes for doing all of the ores that we do, that we need. All right, that's curious. And she's got plenty of things. Hold on for a second. By the way, do you have any string for sale? Planning a city for citizens. Look inside villagers' utopias. Okay. Let's check for string. I'll see if there's any. We should have some. String can be made. So how much do you need? Because we have wool and we can make a string. So let's come to sort. And let's, wait, that's not where we wanted to go. Let's come here and let's look for string. And there isn't any here. We can try one of the other warehouses, but we can request some string. So we have garlic, and garlic's going to be delivered as soon as there is some. I'm going to cancel the garlic since we know there isn't any. We have some garlic and onions on us right now. And did I get the onion part? Let me look here for a sec. I did. Okay, so I have a single garlic. I didn't get the garlic. Ah, okay. Did they deliver any garlic to me? Whoa, look at this. They did. Okay. Yay. Well, that's excellent. That might be leaving them too little. I might want to put a couple back since they're so low right now. We'll just take these. They're not low on wheat, are they? GAT. Definitely not. So we can take all of the wheat that we want. And let's come to the backpack and let's put these in. So yay! We got garlic and we got wheat, so we're doing good right now. And we'll take those back. 8 stacks of string. Okay, so let's make string. String 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there we are. And so they're going to make the string, and we'll come back and pick it up. Some garlic and onion, 8 stacks of each. Not right now. That was the thing. That was what was going on, that's what I was fixing, that I don't have any garlic. This garlic that you're looking at is all the garlic there is in Arnaaluk right now. That's the garlic and the onion. That's all. So I don't have any that I can sell. I don't have a surplus at the moment. I'm just barely providing enough garlic for Pitti Hamaalakut, who does not grow garlic. They don't grow it because we have several fields here. As soon as we can afford to, if you ask us later, when the harvest comes in, we'll see how the harvest does for garlic and onions. But yeah, we don't have any right at the moment. And now I think we're going to collect what we did get from here. There's some things that we didn't get that we were supposed to. I think black terracotta was one of them. I don't know whether we actually put that on the list. We'll have to find out. Why don't we take a taxi?
The food was great today.
Oh, that's good. That was Micah saying that. Wasn't it? Yes, that was Micah saying that. Or was it? It might have been Tristan. Let's make it faster. Let's hop on one of the scrubs, one of the little UPS submarines. We're gonna hop on the scrub and go to the other warehouse, the Northwest warehouse. So we have a scrub stop at all 3 warehouses, and we're going to go to the Northwest one. And so we are now at the far northwest part of the city, and I have siren sight because I was outside. But we're going to come over to this warehouse, and we had requested, I think we hadn't used this request yet. We haven't used this request box yet. Nope. So we're just going to leave that for now. Let's check for string and see if there is any. There's 1 piece. So yeah, they're going to have to make string especially for you. And now let's go to the other That's Calvin. Calvin's working on sifting, and Raquel isn't working on anything because this is empty. Raquel, what are you supposed to be working on? Bless you. Gravel. Okay. We don't need any clay. We don't... Oh, that's an interesting thing. We could get cobbled deep slate to make tuff, and then use the tuff to make cobblestone if we get low. That'll be curious. Let's have her do some of this. Let's leave it on that priority and let her do some of that for a while. Fletchers are going to, yes, they're going to be working. They're going to be hard at work, but we have 3 Fletchers. So we have Sebastian, who sits on the council. He's the first Fletcher. Then we have Case, and they both run the double shop that's in the visitors shopping center. So I think Sebastian is working in the shop and Case is running the retail store. And then we have Hannah. Yay, look at all the stuff that we got. Yay, team. We got a bunch of things that we needed. However, we did not get the black terracotta that we needed. Shoot. Let's cancel that. And let's come to here, cancel, and let's get terracotta, black terracotta. And there's black terracotta, and let's get one of those. Let's put this on the list. And there it is, and we'll have to get that next time we're here. So we have a good many things. My tail, you need to see which pixel it goes to. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me come... Let me go here now since we're ready to leave. I already got a ticket from Elaine, so we can come to the surface and I can just jump in and I can land here. And there's the tail. That's the tail from the... Am I holding stuff in my hand? I am. That's the tail from the back. And from the front, it looks like this. And this is Mermaid. Mermaid tail. And there we are. So let's come over to the other side. Right here, we're going to come down. And let's put stuff in the luggage compartment. I'll put all these things in the luggage compartment and to take back. Now we have some other stuff on us in the backpack. And, oh, we might as well take it out. We're not going to be able to fit all of that in. We can fit these in and maybe this much. Let's see if we can fit in the whole row. Yes, we can. So we'll take these back. We're taking that damaged stone hoe to give. We will have 2 other farmers who are going to start out, and they will need that equipment. And so we'll do that. Okay. So we're headed back to Pitti Hamaalakut. Say goodbye to Arnaaluk for right now. And here we go. We're going to look at the booklet and head for Pitti directly. We're going to take a non-stop. And here we go. And here we are. The balloon is about to land. And we can see the trees coming into view as the balloon lands. And there we go. The balloon is on the ground. And we can take the ladder down, come to the luggage compartment and get out all these things that we brought back with us so that they can go into this stash box right here. And see, I remembered I remembered this time to actually put them in the stash box. And the rest of everything can go into another stash box somewhere. And is it sunset or sunrise? Let's look at the time. It is, everyone's going to go home in about an hour. It is after 5, almost 6 o'clock. And let's come up to here. And the next stash, I think, is in the tavern. There's a stash in the tavern, so we'll put, I just love looking in the window and seeing them sitting in the tavern rooms, in the rented rooms of the tavern. I love it. That is just so cool. It's just one of my favorite things, to see them actually being someplace. So yeah, we'll use the stash box. And so let me go to here and get the rest of the merchandise that I brought with me. And that black wool stair is for the chair at the biome border. But we didn't go there this time, so we'll just leave it until we do. I think that's it for right of the things that we want to put in here. Now Otis is going to compost the beetroot seeds. We don't grow beet here. We can't grow beet. Well, it's not saying we can't. That's interesting. So that means we can. That means we can grow beet. Yay! Let's go up and see everybody here. That's one of the firefighters.
It's a fine afternoon.
No, it's not, Josiah. This is actually the gatehouse archer, one of the gatehouse archers, coming up and having a meal. Yay! And then these are visitors. This is an Astley, and he's a child. He's asking for 21. How much do you want to bet? But he's not. He's an experienced person. Interesting. He just wants 21 spider eye. Wow. Doesn't usually work like that. Here's someone who wants 45 apples. We don't have any apples here. We have to order them. And did I just get that child by mistake? Do you know that I just got that child by mistake? That child? She's not any, well, I hope
Yes.
you're happy, Queen, because you live here now. Good gracious sakes alive. Okay, let me get her up to the dormitory. I'm not even putting her in the tavern. I just did that. I just made a mistake. I have this person who, I'm just going to say she's a runaway. That's what I'm going to say. Because, oh my gosh, She's a stowaway. She stayed after her. Nope, I'm not putting you there. You need to go up and be with Ezra. And Ezra, here's someone to be here. And then we need to put her in the dormitory up here, so she has some place to live. I believe that the women are in this dorm here. Yes, they are. So we'll put Queen in here. Goodness sakes. I don't even know what I'm going to be able to do with her. She doesn't have any skills yet. She's a first-year student. So, like, Ezra's going to sympathize, because when Ezra came here, she was first year also. But she was one of the first 4. And now we have Queen, who... she does have some mana, and she doesn't have a lot of focus. She does have creativity and mana. I think isn't that a teacher or something? Hold on for a second. Let me get the Akasha records for a minute. Let's bring up and see which that is. So we're going to the skill sets and look and see for mana. No, it's not. It's not creativity. It's knowledge. Since mana is her highest, and since focus is not her strong suit, we could have her. We can have her do research for definite, because she can increase knowledge. If she does research, knowledge goes up. Jeez. But right now she is going to be studying. You notice she's a first-year college student. Look at this. Look at the intelligence. She just started. She just started college, and so now this little stowaway, is now living here among us, and her name is Queen. And let's put her on the list of Pitti Hamaalakut people. I did. I actually clicked on her by mistake. Clicked on what she wanted instead of clicking someplace else. So here we go. Queen, E-E-N, and middle initial C. We're going to have that C stand for Colette. Her middle name is Colette Cotton. And Queen Colette Cotton. And she is right now a student. And there we have it. Wow. Let's see. By the way, can you show me, and I did that, do you agree about rails being elevated or prefer them on the ground? Rails being elevated? So one of the things that happens is if the rails are too hard to get to, they won't use them. It doesn't matter. They'll just go underneath the rails and walk wherever they're going to. Or one of the things that happens with Frontier is they have subways, and a lot of times they won't use the subways. I don't know whether that's changed, but that seems to be the case, that they won't. So if the roads are on the ground, but the rail is not going to be on the ground, 9 times out of 10 they won't choose the rail. That hasn't changed yet. I haven't seen anywhere where people have underground or above ground rail. that they will choose over a road that is on the ground. Now, if they're trying to get to something that's up, they'll do stairs, they'll do roads, or they'll do rail that goes up a hill or goes someplace. But if the entrances to the buildings are on the ground, they won't use the elevated rail. You would love some railway hubs, but they are elevated. Railway hubs for, you're making elevated railway hubs because I think that, wait, why are you here? I'm missing one of those. I think that Urban Savannah has elevated, because remember we used them at one point, and what the elevated is usually used for is swamps or places where you have bridges or you need to have bridges. And maybe you don't remember. That was before you were watching, I think. Before I was streaming, maybe even. That might have been before I was streaming. But Urban Savannah has elevated rail in their infrastructure. Rails. And these are what this is a rail bridge right here, and they have, let's look at some of the other, I'm sorry, my nose is, I want to sneeze, I think. And this is rail bridge segments, so you can see that these are elevated rail right here. And like I said, the only way that works is if the building's entrance is at the same level as the rail. So far, that's the only way it'll work. And for Frontier has gorgeous underground subways. Let's change to Frontier. Mubian has a whole huge underground subway system of rail. And let's see if we can find the station. These stations are, see this? See how this is? So the station is in here. Wait, is that a level 1? Let me do a level 3. Hold on. So that we can see so now you can see that this is for them to go down into the ground to the rail. And there's the rail stop right here. And I don't know whether any of this is such a beautiful system that Mubian's made for city rail, for having subways, but I'm not sure now whether they work yet. Yeah, he does. He does interesting. He does very well. One thing that he's doing is he's putting in gutters on roads. He puts gutters onto the roads, so that water runs off down these gutters rather than having mud and things. And that's the kind of city roads that he makes, which is really cool, actually. Infrastructure. These are, let's see, there's a long road, and the level 3 of a long road is he's using terracotta as the road surface on the level 3 roads, the finished road, and which is, they're very nice. They actually are. All right, so that was just to show Mr. Villager, since he was talking about rail, elevated rail, that there is elevated rail as a part of the style colonies under urban savanna, that they have elevated rail. Now let me go back for a minute, because I think the underground, I think that OG actually had underground too. Let me look for a second at that. Original is what I'm calling OG. Is what OG is, not. No, let's go outside the city. There's one other one that has and of course Dark Oak has elevated, but all of Dark Oak's roads are elevated, and Jungle doesn't. You have to put in the rail for Jungle. I don't think that any of the roads actually have rail, but now that we're talking about it for a minute, let's look and see at level 5 if they actually do. I don't use the level 5 because it's stone. So a long diagonal at the level 4, it's not showing any rail. Let's look at just a regular straight and see if any of them do. I don't think they do, though. I don't think any of them do. Just a plain straight. I see short. I see medium section. Let's see if this, yeah, see they don't. So Jungle doesn't have any, but Dark Oak, let me look at Dark Oak for a second, because it might actually have elevated rail. Infrastructure, roads, long walkway. Nope, it doesn't. So see, it only has one. They don't. It's old enough that they didn't even do, like, well, we're going to build it up. And I think that they decided on Dark Oak. Let me go back. Okay. That's the reason why, because Annie and Cujo worked on it, and so it hasn't been. There's been some maintenance done, but no massive change, like adding rail would be a massive change. You can add rail yourself, but it doesn't come with the rail already included in the build, and that's it. Tons of structural issues. Yeah, definitely. So we're back, and we dropped off all the stuff that we had on us. Now if Cade is stopped, I mean really stopped here where he's just not going to do anything, we might cancel out. What's he asking for? So he needs 1 to 2 mud brick stairs. And I thought that mud brick stairs, I thought I did this where mud brick stairs are made by the stonemason, but I'm going to go look for a minute and see. And in the beginning, and this is the beginning in respect to the fact that this is level 3 work, level 3 going into level 4, that there are things that need to be considered. The tomatoes. That was actually Arnell I think that was Parnell. Let's go to Azaria right here. Did you see my eyes close? It's that time. It's that time in the morning. I was up earlier, and I think that's one of the things that's going to do it to me. Let's look and see mud. Teach recipe. So we can have mud brick stairs, and sure enough, it is a stonemason who makes them. So we'll do that. Mud bricks is actually the farmer, but mud brick stairs is stonemason. Did we not bring back? We were supposed to bring back some of the regular wheat to make hay, or bring back hay, and we didn't do that. We didn't bring back coarse fruit. We didn't bring back bottles. What's wrong with us? We didn't bring a whole bunch of stuff back. Have to go get that stuff and bring it back. So yeah, so now he might get what he needs now as far as those pieces are concerned. And what are you doing? Okay, Clara, no. She looked like she was upset, but she's just questioning. And here's Parnell. So let's look at these guys. Yeah, let's look at Parnell for a second and just make sure that I'm looking at these shops here. Just make sure that she is not still using the lowest tools. She can, at level 3, should be able to use diamond, but we can check the list and see which one it is, the skill list. And the use of tools. Level 3 is diamond, level 4 is netherite. So level 4, and then of course level 5 you're done. So level 4, so that you can make level 5 things. Somebody just fell. Did you see that? Why did you come that way? Parnell, where did you come from? Why you fell down there? Grrr. Okay, hold on for a sec. Let's come back here and look at the tools. And she is using iron, and she can now use diamond. So we're going to make these go away, and we're going to add 3 diamond farm tools. And there we have it, select, and that's good for her. And then we'll do the same with Simeon. Yeah, the queen isn't even, she doesn't even have enough experience really to do any farming. Let's look and see if that is true. This is a level 4, yay! This is the field that he got done working on. And let's go to one of the farm buildings. This door is open. Let's go to the other farm that we have here. Since she's a child, but let's see what it says. Yeah, see, she doesn't. She can't do it. She doesn't have the stamina. But she is a fast learner. She's growing really fast. She's doing well in her studies. She's already up. So intelligence, for those of you who haven't watched before, intelligence, this is my story. This is not Minecolonies. My story, I use intelligence not as, oh, you're so smart, as their grades. So when they get to level 30, when they're in school, they graduate from university. And level 30 means they've graduated and they can go on and join the workers. So she's at a level 4 now. She's a first year student. When she gets into the 20s, she'll be a second year. When she gets to 30, then she'll graduate. So that's where she's at right now. I should say teens is second year, and then she goes into 30 for graduating. So yeah, that's where she's at. And I just wanted to see where she's leaning. She's not leaning anywhere. Do you think there would be issues if the railway was 1 block wide? Oh, you mean like if you only had a corridor that was 1 block? I don't know. I've never done that. So I don't know. What it would mean is that there would be no place for them to get on or off. There'd be no, except at whatever the destinations that you were trying to make for them. It would depend if the rail is made out of wall instead of block. They might go through it if they don't have enough room. I'm just thinking. Yes, I suppose that was a little criticism. It's like 1 block wide? You mean the width of the rail? Yeah. Yeah, like the restaurant. Especially if it's 1 block wide on a bridge, they'll just fall off. Something will happen that will cause them to fall off. Like for instance, I don't know why Parnell just took that door. Oh, that wasn't Parnell. That was Euritzy coming to her house from here, and that's the only way down you could find? That might be the only way down that she could find. Grr. So I had this door here because the couriers wanted to use it. I'm going to take it away because of what just happened there. We're just going to make this a wall here. And they can't come this way. They have to go down into the hive the correct way. 2 rails, 1 corridor, or 2 corridors and 1 rail. So the way it is in most of the designs, it is 2 corridors and a rail. So corridor on each side, a walkway on each side, like a subway. Walkway on each side and the rail in between. Works the best. You maybe could get away with 1 corridor and a rail, but most of the places don't, because that would make the building two, and they look strange when they're like that. They don't look balanced. The closest thing to that you're talking about, and I just realized I hadn't thought about that, but I do believe that Fortress is single rail. I think that Fortress is single rail. Hold on, with no sidewalk. Aravan, and let's go to infrastructure, rails, corner rail. Let's look at the 3. So this is Aravan connecting rails that run through the fortress, and she's got a double rail there. I've used that double rail before somewhere. Yep. And let me look at, that's corner and the long rail piece. So yeah, there's a double rail in her section. She's got double rail like that, which I really like. And then in all of the buildings, so how is she connecting the double rail with the rail that runs through the building? Let's get a fundamental building. Let's get a tavern for a second. Level 3. And let's look. So you know that these buildings usually have a connection or the tavern doesn't. So tavern's the one building that doesn't have. Oh yes, there it is. So there it is. So this is what a single rail looks like. And the walls of Fortress have single rail. I completely forgot about that. The walls of Fortress have single rail. Let me get another wall piece. The barracks, for example. We'll show the barracks, level 5, and there it is. So the way they do the single rail is they have the entries. Otherwise, they're just getting on the rail and the entry is there. So it would work, Mr. Villager. It actually would work. I completely forgot. Completely forgot about the fortress walls all having rail on the lower level. You walk the top, but the lower level is full rail. The lower level isn't there. Yeah. That is curious. Yeah. So, yeah, so it's so, yeah, it would. I would still, I mean, it works there because it's inside the wall. I'd still, would still be difficult on like a elevated one, unless it was, I guess, done like that. That would match subways, wouldn't it? Because subways, separate from the stations, you just have the subway itself, and you don't have any place for them to get off or anything like that. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. I definitely was not. Okay. So I'm going to put this here, and I think we're going to have to go back to Arnaaluk for the rest of the materials that we were supposed to bring with us, because we don't have them. Claustrophobia? Exactly. That's exactly right. But it's the wall. It's the perimeter, and it's really meant to move the military. It's not really meant for everyday use by the workers and all. It seems much more like it's meant to move military around the walls. I think so. Let's come down here. Now I'm afraid to click on anybody. She wants 40. Well, she's closer to being a druid. The first year student. We have a bunch of first year students. Let's see if she's one. Nope, she's actually a visitor who's visiting. we have some people visiting now. The word has gotten out to all the cities, and so now we have people coming just for the entertainment, just to stay and have fun, and they're hanging out and having a good time.
I don't remember the last time I saw the sun.
Let's look for just a second. Yeah, see, these are just people. That is a person who could be a druid. And this is an absolute druid. Amelia. She has some good stats. She would be a good person to have. And let's see what she wants. She wants pies that we don't make yet. So they would have to come from Arnaaluk if we decided to keep her. And we would be keeping her to be one of the firefighters, probably. She has agility.
I don't remember the last time I saw the sun.
Hi, guys. You could sit down. You're just Josiah. You just wanted to sit there. He wants to be on TV. Let's look at the stats. And agility is the top, which is courier. Agility and adaptability, and she's a courier. She's a courier. And we do have some courier places. But I'm beginning to get to the point where I want to leave some of the jobs for children, for the people who are here now who want to have kids. And so I'm going to not get more This is not a druid. Let's get the mana again. This is not a druid. She might be a doctor. It's more likely she's a researcher, period. She's a researcher, because that's all there is. She could be a builder. She has athletics and stamina, and I forget which one of those. There it is. No, she likes dairy. She likes dairy cows, and we don't need any more of them. We don't need. Oh, wait. Sorry.
I hope it stops raining soon.
Whoosh, whoosh. I pushed her out into the rain. 7. Yeah, and she's like in Queen's class. She's getting ready to leave. All right. So that seems to be the thing that we were thinking that we would do, and we didn't even get them. The glowberries. Did we get glowberries? We did get glowberries, so we just have to get them from the warehouse and do the research so that we can put in a glowberry farm and see if it's going to work. See if we put in a glowberry farm, if it will work. Request. Oh, we have. That was something that we needed. That was something we definitely needed. Let's request glowberries. And let me see how many we needed. 32. Okay. Glowberries 32. And request those. And they're going to be delivered. Yay! So when they're delivered, we will use both of those. So in the meantime, let's change back. Oh wait, I don't think we can. No, we can't. I think they are doing all that they can do. Look at this. There's a meeting going on at the town hall.
Yeah, this seems nice.
Wow.
Nice. This is going great.
Okay. It's to discuss the status of the city. How interesting. Look at everybody here. Well, that's pretty cool. Yes, Bode. Bode is the enchanter. Isn't it cool what he has on? Okay. Let's go upstairs and let's go to, am I magical? Yes, I am. Let's just go ahead and put the things that I have up in the university so they can be...
Hey, this looks fantastic. What's next?
Oh, well, it's not finished yet, Akeno. What's wrong with you, Aubrielle?
Good to see you.
Why are you starving?
That's some bad weather we're having today.
Why haven't you gone to get any food? Hold on. I'll check and see in just a minute why she's not eating. Manage, and let's go into inventory. And yeah, we had him put the things away, but we'll put these here. And we'll see in a moment. So, if she wants to eat here, she's going to come around here, come through this gate, come over to Deacon, and Deacon has food still. He has plenty of food. He has breakfast food. He has teas, and he has lots of ravioli. I know he's serving more than ravioli, but remember we needed some things, and so I think that's limiting what he can sell. Yogurt. He's not selling any of the higher things except the veggie soup. And we could have him maybe have these. Let's see. I believe pierogies are vegetable here. Let me look and see. P-E-R. Not going to find it that way. At. Because I'm not spelling it right. At Minecolonies. Let's look for pierogi, which is right here. And sure enough, it's potato, onion. Ah, but it's cheddar. But we have plenty of cows, so that should be good. Let's have him make this, or request for this, and then we'll have Watson be able to make it. That would be a nice thing for them to have here. Could do, it is a school, we could do what we do, but if we begin to serve pizza here, we're going to need all the tomato fields that we have to keep up with both Pitti Hamaalakut's pizzas and Arnaaluk. And pizzas, I think, are level 4, but I think we're at the point where we can make these. And so let's move over pizza. Just the plain cheese. And do that. And then there's no dessert, so we could do the apple pie. We don't have any muffins either. yogurt with berries. I know I'm falling asleep. Okay. I know. I know. But I only have 5 minutes left to the full 3 hours that I've been on. But and I have a tendency to want to fall asleep towards the end. I get relaxed and into it, and and especially when I'm just doing maintenance and looking at what people want and need, as opposed to decorating. Although sometimes when I'm decorating, I get sleepy too. So everyone is asleep. And we could go, yeah, see? Everyone's asleep. I want to be asleep too. All right. Let's come here and let's look. I'm actually going to go to sleep here for a moment. Close the door. This is my bed in Riley's station, her quarters, her druid station quarters at the balloon. She is peace druid at the balloon platform. And here we are. Okay, and then we actually need to go back to Arnaaluk and get the other things that were needed for here that we did not get. We do indeed. Vincentius Primus, everyone, who has been very, very quiet this whole time. But he just got up there, in case you saw that in the background. And that is a sure sign that I'm out to the end. I don't know what to start. I can check on Victor. I forgot about Victor. Remember when I was looking at all the builders? And we totally forgot about Victor. Totally, poor Victor. Victor is working just on the other side of the gatehouse. And he is... That's interesting. It's a curious door. Window. And he is here.
I'll take care.
And you need a crafting table. Are you telling me you can't make a crafting table yourself? Let's teach him to make a crafting table. Then all he has to do is ask for the wood. Crafting table. And there it is, right down here. Which one is the right one? ING. And that's the vanilla one first. And of course we need some wood, which we don't have. Does he have any? He does not. Does not have any. Let's see if he has some upstairs. Well, wait, I don't have to do it that way. Let's do inventory. Inventory and see what wood he has. He has dirt. There we do. Oak planks. Let's search for the oak planks that he has so we can make. So he can make a crafting table. So he has plenty of oak planks that he can use for it. I'm just going to take one for this purpose. Okay. Acquired resources. Nope. Teach. So why doesn't he know how to make this already? Because we have other builders, first of all. And secondly, this is the first time he's asked for it. And third, this is what happens. That we have lots of people. There it is. We'll just put it back where we got it from. Ta-da. My stomach's growling. There's some lion in the background. Okay, yay, Victor. See that? He made his own. And now he's working. Excellent. What's he working on? He's working on a balloon. Let's see how he gets to it. Which balloon is he working on? Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, he's working on this platform. The courier. Yeah. Okay. And this is another thing. Oh, yeah. And if we wanted to... Oh, but we don't have any more time. That took it all. That took it all, remembering that Victor hadn't been done yet. And this is where we're going to put the stone smeltery. When we make it, we're going to put it right here, right next to this courier. And what? Okay. Just got some stuff. And my time is up. Yes, it is. Yes, you are right. You are right. You are right. I love this beautiful area. I love those redwoods. They're so gorgeous. And this riverport is just really fun. We're having fun making this. And thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I made it pretty far. Yeah, I know. I always go to sleep in the last half hour. And there's the light saying, yep, you're past your time. So enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. If you have a Twitch account, Minecolonies team is on Twitch. We're listening to Vincentius Primus's music right now. And we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus take us out. So here we go. He's going to play the guitar for us. Bye, Mr. Villager. Obrigado. Thank you for being in chat. And here we go. Bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.